What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news. And before I go over a few things, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below. Also, I want to thank everybody for all the support as of late. It seems like you guys really like to vote on this leaked info, so I'm going to try to keep doing this as much as I can. And by the thumbnail, you can see the off-white Nike Air Max 91. So later on in the video, I'm going to talk about that shoe. But for our next matchup, once again, we're going to throw in the Fear of God release that I've been very vague about, or details on an upcoming Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG. A few of the other highlights in this video would be details on two upcoming Air Jordan 3s for All-Star Weekend, one of them being the red cement, which you'll see in the thumbnail, and then the other one I have just info on, and that'll be later on in the video. Now, we have a lot more from Jordan Brand here, as well as news from Nike, Adidas, and Reebok. And now, without wasting too much more of your time, let's jump into the news. Originally released in the early 2000s, the Reebok Answer V Low will return in several colorways. We actually have three, and that includes triple white, a white and black pair, and then a white and tan. The white and black pair, as well as the white and tan, will feature suede, while the triple white comes in all leather. 2 out of the 3 feature translucent hits on the outsole, and currently we don't have a specific release date for the 3, nor do we have a retail price, but they started to release overseas and you can expect a stateside drop to take place soon. We have another colorway of the Reebok Shaqnosis set to release, and this pair celebrates Chinese New Year and is known as Year of the Rat. As most of you know, this is the Year of the Rat, and this pair comes dressed in a few tones of gray. It also has suede across the upper, off-white lands on the laces, and then we have reflective detailing on the heel. Both cell and cream is seen across the midsole, and then we have hints of orange on the outsole. So currently a release date isn't available, but this pair is expected to release this month. As well, a retail price is unknown. A while ago, we talked about the Adidas Yeezy Boost 700 MNVN in Triple Black. Now we have a release date, and just to go over the shoes, they feature black throughout, and then we have nylon on the upper and reflective detailing lands on the 700 branding across the side. They'll also feature a Boost midsole and rubber outsole. So what we know now is the release date, and they are set to debut on February 21st according to Yeezy Mafia. And the retail price is set at $220. Our next Yeezy Boost 700 MNVN to showcase is called Bone, and they feature the same build as the triple black pair, which includes nylon on the upper. The 700 branding across the side will be 3M reflective. You'll also have a little bit of 3M by the heel and toe, and then on the base is Bone, which resembles off-white. Now, unfortunately for this pair, we don't have a release date, but they are expected to launch during spring 2020, and the retail price will be $220. It's been a while since we've talked about the Adidas Yeezy Quantum, and this will be Kanye West's first basketball shoe. Now, I believe that the name has changed, but slightly. I believe originally it was Adidas Yeezy Basketball Quantum, but that really doesn't matter. Now, we have details on a new pair, and as you can see, it comes in all black, and it's known as Barium. So what is barium? It's a silver white metallic element of the alkaline earth metal group with atomic number 56 that is used especially in drilling fluid, as a getter in vacuum tubes, and as a contrast agent in medical imaging. I'm gonna let you guys know I didn't know that offhand, definitely read that from Google, and by the definition, the only thing I could see that would tie the shoe into it is that it features 3M reflective, maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but this is just a Photoshop of what's to come. Images did leak of the Yeezy Quantum in all black, but these are pretty much new details. And just to go over the highlights, they come constructed with knitted materials and then suede on the overlays. And of course, they'll come with a black Boost midsole. Unfortunately, we don't have a specific release date for this pair as well, but they are rumored to release during the second half of the year, so possibly late spring or early summer 2020. Last up from Adidas, we have details on the upcoming Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Cinder. Now, once again, this is a Photoshop, but it represents what's to come. They feature charcoal prime knit across the upper, and then black is used on the stripe, which is located across the panels. They'll also come with a heel pull tab, boost midsole, and a gum rubber outsole. Comparing to some of the other Yeezy Boost 350 V2 colorways, this is something different, so on that part, I guess I'm happy, but other than that, they are expected to launch during spring 2020, and the retail price is $220. I wish I had more information for these Yeezy releases, but this is all we have for now. Within the next several weeks, we should have more details, and then I'll make sure to let you guys know. We have another upcoming Nike Fear of God 1 set to release. Now, in the last two videos, I've done these matchup leaks, and I've spoke on an upcoming Fear of God release. This isn't that pair. This is something totally different that just leaked, and currently we don't have photos, but we do have release info. They'll feature a multicolor, off noir, string, and oatmeal color combination. And the interesting part to me is the multicolor, because the other three shades, we've seen it on past releases, so that could definitely make or break the shoe, just in my opinion. Now, as for the release details, February 10th is the date, and retail price is set at $350. Undercover and Nike are set to collaborate on 3 upcoming React Presto colorways. Now currently we only have the detail. The image used is a Photoshop, it's not the actual release. But those 3 colorways includes mahogany, white, brown, and string. The second comes in white, black, and white. And then the third comes in black, white, black, black. Now, although we don't know exactly how these 3 releases will look, one thing is that you can expect Undercover branding showcased. Now, the release date for all 3 is January 28th. This isn't confirmed, but if they do drop on January 28th, like the rumor says, then we should be getting a first look at the 3 very, very soon. Retail price is set at $180 each. Originally being called the Nike Air Max 1 in Huarache pack, the actual name for this pack is the Nike DNA Series 8791. So basically what we have is the Air Max 1 and the Nike Air Huarache, and basically the OG color themes for both have been swapped. So the Air Huarache will feature the Air Max 1 OG colorway, and then the Air Max 1 will feature the Air Huarache OG colorway. Now, when I say this is a pack, you actually have to buy both shoes. They come in a slide out box, which is stacked. That box also has some pretty cool designs. You basically slide it out and then the boxes will sit next to each other. It appears that it also comes with a booklet, which of course will tell you the history of the 2 shoes, and they come with 2 sets of socks. For those that are interested in grabbing this pack, it drops on January 15th, and the retail price will be $250. You guys voted for the OffWhite Air Max info, and we have details on that, which is the OffWhite Nike Air Max 90. I'm sure you guys didn't need me to tell you that, but it does make sense as the Air Max 90 is celebrating its 30th anniversary. And originally, after doing some digging, I found out that this shoe was rumored to release back in 2018. Now, I'm not sure why that didn't happen, but what I was told by my source who's seen the shoe is that it'll look just like this Photoshop. Now, there might be some little small changes as far as the coloring, meaning it might be a little bit lighter or brighter in certain areas, but this is what we can expect. Now, they'll feature a University Red, Team Orange, Hyper Jade, and Bright Mango color combination. The midsole will also be somewhat translucent, more like a see-through overlay on it. It'll also come with all the traditional off-white branding that we've seen on past releases, and of course a hang tag. Now on to the more important information, a release. So I was told that expect this pair to debut either summer or fall 2020. The original retail price is $160, but I believe that they're going to now cost $170. I'm not entirely sure on that retail price, but this is what you can expect to release. On to Jordan brand, and we have another Jordan team showcase that will release soon. This is another OG colorway, and it simply comes in white and black. Now, I know in the last video I showcased the UNC pair. There was actually some people that liked it. I know for some, this pair will definitely bring you back to the early 2000s. And when I do showcase this shoe, which won't be often, I'll make sure that it's an OG colorway. Now, this pair is pretty straightforward. We have white on the base, then black runs across the stripe, as well as the ankle. Silver is placed just above the midsole, and then we have Jordan written across the side. Now, we don't have a release date for this pair, but they are expected to release very soon. You'll be able to get them at select retailers, including Nike.com, and the retail price will be $140. Now, just like the UNC pair, if you do like this pair, I would be patient because more than likely, well, I'm willing to bet that it eventually goes on sale. Releasing over the summer is the Air Jordan 11 Low IE Black Cement. So we've gone over the shoe in the past, but just to recap, they come dressed in a black, fire red, cement gray, and white color combination, and the inspiration is from the OG black cement Air Jordan 3. Now, this is a Photoshop, but what I'm hearing is the release should look similar to this. Maybe not exactly, but a first look of the shoe should be available in the next several months. Now, as for a release date, July 9th is the date so far. It could be pushed forward or back, and the retail price will be $170. Additional photos of the Air Jordan 9 Racer Blue has landed. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the Racer Blue nickname just because it barely has any Racer Blue on them. It's on the Jumpman located on the midsole, and then the branding on the heel. Other than that, we got black up top, hits of white throughout, and then around the ankle, mudguard, and wrapping the toe is 3M reflective and iridescent. In my opinion, overall, it's not a bad shoe. Personally, I'm not excited about them, but if you are, the release date is set for February 1st. Now, that was originally a placeholder date, but I'm starting to see at select retailers, their release calendars have them marked for February 1st. So one of them being Finish Line, you'll be able to get them there and pretty much everywhere else. And the retail price will be $190. Not long ago, we got a first look at the Air Jordan 10 wings. Honestly, those images made them look ugly. I'm not sure what it was. I wasn't a fan of them at all. I'm still not a fan of them, but I will say this, that these photos make them look nicer. Now, I do believe there's a whole theme going on here. I don't know exactly what the theme is. And for those that don't know, the Wings collection is now yearly, and it employs the power of education to aid in helping the youth unlock their greatness. So basically, this release is for a good cause. And usually with Wings releases, they sell out pretty fast. So kind of expect the same for this pair. And just to go over the shoes, they feature white leather throughout. We have metallic silver on the overlay on the side, and then accents of red, blue, green, and orange. Now on the heel, there is 4 embroidered dots, and they come with a translucent outsole, which also displays wings in green. Now, what I actually like about this release is the box. The box has cement-like print throughout, and then we have a rose, and to me that signifies a rose growing from concrete. Obviously, that was also an album that Tupac released, well, kind of like a poem type album. It was back in 2000, and Tupac had already passed then, but I do think it would be kind of cool if Jordan Brand released some sort of Tupac tribute shoe. It should be on the Air Jordan 9, I believe. I saw him somewhere wearing the Air Jordan 9. But anyways, that's besides the point. I'm sure we'll hear more details soon as far as the whole theme of things. And currently, we don't have a release date, but this pair is expected to launch during April, and the retail price will be $190. We have beauty shots of the Air Jordan 1 High 85 Varsity Red. Now, I wasn't going to include them because we just talked about the shoe, but at the last minute, I decided to throw it in the video just because honestly, I really like these images. I feel that these are the best ones we have so far. And just to clarify something, this pair will also come with a dust bag. And on that dust bag, it's numbered. So it's out of 23,000 pairs, which means that only 23,000 pairs are releasing. Now, I've been getting some questions asking if that means they're going to be limited. And yes, they're going to be limited. If you want to compare it to something, the Travis Scott Air Jordan 6 that released, To me, that was limited, that was hard to get, and there was 60,000 pairs of that. I'm sure there's other and better examples, but that's just what's off the top of my head at the moment. But I don't want to spend too long on the shoe because we really don't have much new information. Just wanted to showcase this and go over a few things. And they are rumored to release during February 2020. The other part of the rumor is during All-Star Weekend, but that hasn't been confirmed. And the retail price will be $200. Another photo of the Air Jordan 5 Top 3 has leaked. Now, more importantly, we have a release date. Before I give you the release date, just to recap a few things, this pair combines the Fire Red, Metallic, and Grape Air Jordan 5 releases. And if you notice, all we've been seeing is just one shoe so far. I'm not sure why that is. I think they want to hold off on showing the second shoe just because maybe to add hype or for people to comment on their photos. I'm not sure why, but a lot of people think that the second shoe will be different. That isn't the case. It's going to be exactly like this. It's not going to be like the Air Jordan 4 What The, just a mixture of 3 OG colorways, and both shoes are the same. Now, the new release date, they are set to drop on May 16th. Like I mentioned, originally they were expected to launch in April, and we still have a lot of time, so it's possible the date could get moved around, and the retail price is set at $200. For our last piece of news, it's actually a two-part segment. We have new photos of the Air Jordan 3 Red Cement. Now, these photos definitely does the shoe justice. When I first saw images, I thought they were horrible. They look like fakes. I'm not sure why, but with these photos, they actually look pretty solid. As well, this gives us a full viewing. They'll come with 3 sets of laces, red, white, and black, Nike Air on the heel, insole, and Nike written across the outsole. So basically, this seems like some sort of remixed Fire Red, but basically what they did was they took the black cement and then painted the upper red. That's just my opinion. But another thing I noticed with these images, they actually got the tongue right. On the OG pairs, you won't see the material on the inside of the tongue poking out. It'll be tucked away just like this. Now, if you look at your True Blue 3s or other Air Jordan 3s, you're going to notice the material poking out. For the True Blues, it should be red if it's the last retro, so you'll definitely be able to tell the difference here. Now, I'm not sure if my eyes are playing tricks on me. It's very possible that it is. It looks like the elephant print around the toe is slightly slimmer. Again, on the OG releases, it was very thin, but you guys are gonna have to let me know that in the comment section below. Now, as for a release date, there's nothing new on that. February 15th is the date. Retail price will be $200. Now, to the second part of the news. There is another colorway of the Air Jordan 3 set to release during All-Star Weekend. I've actually talked about it maybe a month and a half ago, and the details at the time were very vague. I know a bit more now. Now, the red cement pair, which is shown, will feature Fire Red. They'll also be available in full family sizing, and although labeled in SC, this will be a general release for the most part. Now, the second pair, that pair will feature Varsity Red, so the shading of red will be slightly different. And thanks to Z Sneakerhead Z, who told me on the heel we could have 2 variations. So instead of Nike Air on the heel, we could either have Shy Air or Nike Shy. Now, he's not 100% on which one it'll be, and at this time this is just a rumor. It's not set in stone, but to continue on that rumor, the Varsity Red pair, which will feature either Shy Air or Nike Shy on the heel, is expected to be limited. I don't know to what degree, and they'll only release in men's and grade school sizing. So no infant or toddler sizing, nothing below. And that pair is also expected to retail at $200. Unfortunately, we don't have images of the Varsity Red pair as of yet. You guys might remember that the DJ Khaled pair that was going around, well, the Photoshop that mimicked the DJ Khaled pair, that represented the Shy Air or Nike Air release. I'm pretty sure it'll be different from that, but at that time, another part of the rumor is that the eye stay was supposed to have stars across it. So we'll definitely have to wait and see on the second pair. We should be getting a first look in the next 2 weeks, maybe 3 at max. And once that's available, I'll make sure to throw that in the next video. And that recaps the news. Like always, we post it first on SneakerFiles.com, and then we take it to YouTube. Like always, I appreciate you guys for watching this video as well. I hope you enjoy your weekend. And when we meet up back here on Monday, we're going to have another leak. So it's entirely up to you if I leak the upcoming Fear of God release that I've been talking about, or details on an upcoming Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG. I feel kind of bad because there is a lot of people that want to know about the Fear of God, and it's almost beating out the other model. So in this example, the Off-White Nike Air Max 90, and prior to this video, it was the LeBron 7. So maybe for Wednesday's video, or if I do a video on Tuesday, I just feature the Fear of God. But that depends on the outcome here. Before I get out of here, greatly appreciate a thumbs up if you haven't done so already. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.